Cool, we've got video. I think we've got audio. I need to get my TV remote. Here we go. Cool. Hopefully the in-game audio shouldn't be too loud at all. Right. I've got to edit my Twitch layout a little bit here because it's pretty all over the place. I think if I save, here we go. Cool. And maybe also the layout of my. Well, no, YouTube should be fine. I think the YouTube chat, the Kick chat, and the YouTube, Twitch, and Kick chat. Yeah, it's all running, I suppose, at the moment. But yeah, so the main, I guess, point of the stream is going to be to complete basically the requirements for the last trophy that I have on the PS4 version of the first Descendant, and basically after that it's going to be the audio stream bitrate is 0. Hold on. Oh yeah, no, it's good. Okay, never mind. I thought for some reason my voice wasn't being captured, but yeah, I guess it is. Cool. So I'm just gonna pick up my daily reward, and I'm just gonna pop this here. Cool. Wait. Or not, I don't know. Alrighty then, so. What we'll do is. I'm almost there, I think. If I put my YouTube chat here and my Kick chat here, I guess. So Kick is here, YouTube is going to be here, and Twitch is to the left. Yeah, sweet. Okay, cool. Perfect. I think I've got everyone's chat up, and it's like easy to focus on a lot more now than it was before. So let's jump into Kingston. So basically, the last trophy I have left is to basically it's slot maketh module. Assign module sockets at least 10 times. Basically, if you've ever played Warframe, the equivalency of this is basically doing polarizing, basically. Polarizing is the equivalent of this. Oh, well, let's go cancel. Click, pop out chat. So, I am going to be doing this operation. And I'm going to be doing it privately. Basically, this private operation is the way I've been hitting level 40 on my weapons and my character over and over again in order to be able to do the slot maketh module trophy, because you need to hit either max level with either an descendant or a weapon, and then from there you're able to basically go around and basically you're able to assign modules to those slots. Not modules, but like, I keep using the word polarized because that's like the Warframe equivalent, and I played a lot of Warframe. So, also I've noticed when there's like large amounts of enemies, sometimes the camera just really messes with me, and I don't know if it's because of how poor the connection is or whatever. But yeah, I'm just gonna build up some quick energy so I can get started with my skills pretty much immediately. Basically, this is a 10 wave survival mode that I'm doing, and it's fine. Like, 10 waves of survival, it's a fine time. It's not the greatest thing in the world, it's just okay. And currently I have the best weapon for this character equipped on, which is Thunder Cage. Basically, the idea is if I shoot an enemy, it's going to blast electricity into more enemies, and basically my main attacks are AoE. So I'm pumping out constant electricity while blasting it outwards, sometimes knocking over enemies and other times just straight up killing them. Now, sure, I could make a few more improvements in terms of actually adding a bit more flair in terms of like damage, but the damage on this is fine. Like, there isn't much shooting I have to do because my skills are doing most of the work. We've only got a couple more enemies to go. But yeah, basically the idea is I'm hoping that I hit wait, what the heck? Did that enemy just appear and then disappear? I don't know what the heck just happened, but yeah. Also, by combining my second and third skill, I'm able to of the 4 skills that I have, my second skill allows me to move quicker and build up more electricity faster. And my third ability is basically this electricity barrier thing where anything within the barrier is immediately electrocuted. The funny thing is that the faster I move, the like more times per second this thing actually electrocutes. This electrocution barrier happens. So as you can tell, I've hit level 32. Hitting level 40 will allow me to then go and do the thing where I add 1 to the counter for that particular trophy. I can't leave the thing that I'm protecting. I don't even know what the heck this thing is, if I'm being honest. But whatever it is, it shouldn't be destroyed. Wait, what was slot maketh module again? It was assign module sockets. Yeah. So every time I hit level 40, I can assign a new socket module. A module socket, I mean. I don't know why I said socket module. But basically, just assign a socket. Assigning sockets means certain modules will cost less if you assign a module to the same type as the socket, so you're able to create a much more overpowered character as a result if you build them correctly. And so, like, the fact that I'm able to use Bunny's ability 3 over and over again is actually the reason why, is because of the modules that I have equipped on her. And those modules can only really be equipped on as long as I have enough capacity to do so. Problem is, for the longest time I wasn't able to do it, but now I am. Just constantly running around in circles is basically like the strategy here. You don't need to worry too much about what's going on, because basically my attacks are doing most of the work. Now all we have left are a couple of sniper enemies. I don't know how I kept missing, but yeah. I'm running with an SMG anyways. So I'm very close to hitting level 33 right now. Basically, my goal right now is to hit level 35. 35 if not 36 during this first attempt. Because I don't believe I'll reach... Yeah, I will definitely not reach any higher. And usually that's around wave 6. Wave 6 is usually the highest I'm able to go by myself without any help. Obviously, this is very much a team-based mode. But the thing is that I don't think I'm able to get as much XP if I did get assistance, but, you know, I haven't really tried all that much if I'm being completely honest, and I might have been able to potentially try, because it looks like there were a few people, like, waiting where the, operation takes place for me to actually do the thing.
Casualties are mounting. Disaster.
But yeah, I'm usually able to reach wave 6 fairly easily. It's just passing wave 6 takes forever because of the fact that, like, there's just too many enemies. Like, the sheer number of enemies are overwhelming at like 300 and something. 350, I think, for that single wave. No, sorry, 350 or 400. Something to that extent. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. Ooh, anyway, so we're going to keep going. So we're on wave 5 now. Sweet, okay. Also, the idea, I think what I'm doing is I'm going out too much. I think I need to still stay within relative range of, like, where I'm at the moment. Yeah, I think staying within this range should be good enough. So I have hit 34, so I'm very close to 35, which is basically, like I said, one of my main goals at the moment. I am almost halfway through this wave here. Basically, I need the shield to survive every 2 waves. At least for a single wave bare minimum, and then after that, I kind of just leave it up to luck at that point. Getting, like, enemies from 2 different, like, angles makes it very annoying because I need to cover each side equally as much. So I've almost finished this round. Just got another, like, 20 or so enemies to go. How many do we have left? We've only got 4 left. The rest of these guys I can just kill with weapons. Got him. And one more. Also, each time for every 2 waves I complete, basically the enemies just get a lot stronger. Not a little bit stronger, like a lot stronger. Okay, looks like the enemies over there are getting a lot closer now. So I want to stay within relative range of, like, where the enemies are at. The boss for this particular wave is going to be a lot tougher and can actually take quite a bit of abuse. So I want to be extra careful when dealing with him. So there's the boss right there. Oh, no, I guess not. I thought it was him. Never mind. Now the fun thing is that I can still keep running, even though, like, with an SMG equipped, I can actually keep running and doing decent amounts of damage. Now, unfortunately, the downside to using Bunny as a character is that she's incredibly squishy and therefore quite weak, so she can't take a lot of damage. Running around and dodging enemy attacks is absolutely imperative to using her as a character. If you're not moving, you're gonna get shot and you're gonna die. So always stay moving. Speed up if you have to sometimes, but just keep moving. Make use of her abilities, and her ultimate is not worth using. I repeat, do not use her ultimate because you'll be stuck in spot for quite some time, not really being able to do much besides blast, like this uber powerful electric blast. It doesn't last very long, so yeah, I think just keep that in mind, and I think you should be good for the most part. Cool, so that's wave 6 complete. Obviously, I'm going to try and keep going, because even though the Unwelcomed is a weapon that I have equipped on, has hit max level, which I will be I'll be changing the socket for anyways. God, there's so many enemies, man. 36. So I've hit the bare minimum of what I wanted to accomplish this round. So I'm good. Because the next time I hit rank 6, I'm guaranteed to hit level 40, basically. Woo. There's, again, lots of enemies. There's about 450 of them, so we're almost a quarter of the way there. Or we're over a quarter of the way, I should say, really. But yeah, this game is all about, less about the weapons and more about how you use each character and their special abilities, which is absolutely huge. Like I said, cannot stress that enough. Abilities are very important. I was going to play this game a lot like Borderlands, but the problem is I play Borderlands with a character like, what's it called? The Gunzerker or the Berserker. So those are my go-to characters. But the problem is that you can't really play this game, especially when you can't play characters that way unless you have a character that specializes in that manner or way of like fighting. Yep, so I've just hit level 37, so I think we're good here. If I fail, not the biggest deal in the world. This is actually the longest I've lasted without fail. Or this is the longest I've lasted, yeah, basically. The inner blink, ooh, that's almost there. Proficiency 35. But basically that proficiency is the level of the weapon. My defense is pretty high, my DPS is incredible. I think it's just my HP and max shields. But that's just me. The survivability of the actual thing is like, I'm able to output a lot of damage, but the amount of damage is inherently kneecapped to some extent as well. But yeah. Oh yeah, and I guess in my when I say I'm going to be trying to, you know, platinum this game twice, it's basically doing both the PS4 and PS5 versions. But I think if I remember correctly, my progress should carry over between both platforms. At least I hope so. That is something I'm not all that confident in, but I really am hoping that, you know, that it actually works, because it's gonna be weird when it doesn't. So let's make our way over to... Oh, actually, no. I'm not going to make my way over to anywhere. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Unwelcome. And then I'm going to go to... Module Setting. Module Additional Settings. And then I'm going to go to Assign Module Capacity, whatchamacallit. Actually, what do we have on? We've got a C socket, and then the sort of arch socket. So it's basically this symbol next to the number 11 or the number 10. Basically, those are the socket types that we've got. So if I go to Module Additional Settings, Assign Socket, I'm going to assign the C socket to... I'll select that one, C socket, Apply Socket Type. Cool. So I only have one more left to... I only have one more crystallization thing left. Hopefully one should be enough for me to reach the platinum, because I've done this. How many times have I done this? So if I have a quick look at my Descendant, for example, one slot, this one here has always been changed. So the ones with green numbers are the other sockets that I've changed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 of the 10 sockets right there. Not counting this one, because the one socket is always not normal when you start with a character. So I'm pretty sure that's the normal one. The other 5 I've done myself. Which then leaves us with the weapons. So Thunder Cage I know I've used a lot. That one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to count 4. So you would assume that by doing the Unwelcome, that should be the last one. Unless I have to do at least one more. And if I have to make another one of these, I probably should. Because I know this trophy was relatively buggy and glitchy as well before.
Go on, I'm waiting.
During launch. So I wonder if it'll be okay now. Let me just go to Enchantment Material. Yeah, so I just need to get some Advanced Neural Circuit and Crystallization Catalyst. But before I get too carried away, I figured I might as well just give it a shot first. Use that last crystallization catalyst I've got, which is the item required to change the socket, for me to see if the trophy is going to bug / glitch or if it's actually going to pop, because it seems like it should, from what I'm hoping. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do another one on top of that, and fingers crossed that's the one that works. So we're going to view the operation. We're going to go start private op. Let's go. And if I'm able to platinum like both versions fairly quickly, I might jump to the next game that I'm going to be playing, which is also shutting down. And I only just found out about maybe a couple of days ago. So this is really more of a case of like really good timing more than anything else. Just going to have a quick drink while we're waiting for it to start. Right, about 11 seconds left. Let's build up some of that electricity. Cool, we're good.
Descendant. The Vulgus have targeted a nearby Albion Kuiper storage facility.
So basically, it's just the same strategy as I employed before. Electrocute the ever-living daylights out of anything and everything that is coming towards me. And fingers crossed they'll all die in a single hit. Except for the mini-bosses. That is the bunny strategy. Alright, just got a bit more. Oh yeah, there's a couple of dudes still attacking the thing.
Incoming Vulgus. We must hold our defense.
I stayed still for way too long, so unfortunately, that was my bad. Because I was like noting down a clip for a short, and that didn't work out too well for me, unfortunately, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not expecting to last all that long in this round, especially just because when I hit 40, I'm pretty much just gonna let the thing that I'm protecting just die, basically, just so it ends the match quicker. So we're already at 38. I think we'll hit 40 in another 4 rounds. It'll be, I assume it'll be during like wave 6 at some point. It could be sooner. Again, the number of enemies that we fight do scale upwards, like 50 per wave. So like, yeah, presumably we'll have a lot of enemies to deal with regardless. And of course their strength and XP and stuff all scale up as well. So maybe it's not as it seems with like the math. Right. So basically I think this electricity skill and stuff is like great. And because this game is very, very similar to Warframe in basically every sense of the word, because I feel like everything in this game is basically a Warframe clone. The currencies have Warframe equivalencies, the materials, the gameplay mechanics, the use of Descendants and how they are used, things along the lines of like abilities, modules, the fact that you can polarize. Hub worlds like the Plains of Eidolons are basically here, but in the form of, you know, like the main HQ, for example. There's a lot of equivalencies between both this game and Warframe in a way that makes it very unfavorable to this game, because I think that Warframe is a hell of a lot more fun, because basically you can bullet jump in Warframe, but you can't bullet jump here, and that's kind of where I think most of my beef is as far as this game is concerned. Is that it's just not as fun to play. It only gets fun when you know how to play the game. And the problem is that it takes as much time as it does to actually get to know the game. Because there is a learning curve that is unexplained, and you need to kind of figure things out yourself. Oh hell yeah, we're at 39. Cool, cool.
We're continuing to identify incoming focus. We must hold our defense.
We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Oh my god. Keeping in mind, I had to do this for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. So do keep that in mind. It takes forever to get through as many enemies as you're supposed to get all of this done. But yeah, there we go. Definitely gonna keep going. But yeah, I swear, like, the diverse Descendant here is just a Warframe clone, in my opinion. Just a worse one at that. Warframe does things so much better. But also Warframe has been around for much, much longer as well, mind you. Because the game launched in, what, 2013, and it wasn't particularly good. The fact that, you know, the game had maps, so, not maps, there are planets that you travel to in Warframe, but instead of planets here, we've just got different parts, you know, different sections of the same planet, basically. Who's attacking the thing? Unless someone's attacking with a gun. Oh yeah, there are enemies that would attack with guns around there. 350 enemies this round. Gotta get through as many of them as we can.
We're continuing to identify incoming focus. We must hold our defense.
Also, the enemies are just Vulgus, whereas at least there is at least a bit more, you know, variety in the enemies that you fight with Warframe. And for some reason, I was actually going to name different types of enemies from Destiny because of how everything works. Yeah, so I'm just going to like let the whole thing just be destroyed now. There's only like 6 enemies left, what the heck? Never mind, I'll just finish off this wave and then let the thing die. There we go, got him. And so like different missions on the map refer to like different dots are different maps. Not different maps, different missions on the map, I should say. Yep. That's basically like what the nodes are in Warframe, whereas like the exact same thing is happening here. You go to the world map, then from there you select a section or a region of the world that you want to visit, and then you select the mission that you want to do. Except that you can actually travel to the mission that you want to do as well. So I suppose there's that little bit of it as well. And I've got a bunch of void shards, which is the equivalent in Warframe are those shards you can use to shape void relics. Not shape, but like change the drop rates of different things, different rewards in a void relic. I forgot what those are called. I think they might be called void shards or something, which I think is the exact same name here. Something along those lines, but yeah. A lot of similarities between both Warframe and the first Descendant. So whenever I'm talking to someone who has played Warframe and I'm talking about this game, I'm basically just using Warframe terms to just explain it. But yeah, so let's give this a try. So if I go to the Descendant module and then I go to module additional settings and assign socket type, I'm going to put this one as an X and then I'm going to apply it. Okay, cool. So it looks like that's not the last one. I think I need to apply another one. I wonder if I can check to see how many like I've applied in total. Oh yeah, there's also mail as well. I need to check that. What do we have? Oh yeah, acquire. Oh wait, what can I get from this? Shape stabilizers. I have no clue what these are used for. Okay, I've got 2 of each. What are these things used for anyways? Amorphous material in a... okay. I mean, that's where you get it from. Yeah, sure. Alright, so this is amorphous material pattern number 4. Pattern number 4. That's a... oh, actually, wait. Where can I use pattern number 4? Because I do need to get another... Let's go to void intercept battles and then select this one. That one is 5. That one is 4. Okay, so it's this one. Basically, I need to get some crystallization catalyst blueprint, which is basically the third one that you can see on the list there. So we're just going to do a private intercept of the Gravewalker. Killing this thing is very easy. If I'm able to deal with like hundreds of enemies by myself using Bunny, then this battle should be very easy against this Colossi. So basically, these mock battles are against giant Colossus creatures, and for obvious reasons they're called Colossi. Lord knows why. But yeah. Basically, these Colossi battles are the assassination nodes in Warframe. Dead. Cool. So now I'm just gonna use this thing here to get a reward from my amorphous material, and of course these amorphous materials are in fact the void shards. Not void shards, void relics. And so you have a chance of receiving a reward, and the reward that I want is at a 15%. So I have been able to get these a couple of times in a row, and other times it's taken me multiple attempts to get them, so we'll just have to wait and see how things go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, fight. Dead. Cool. What do we have next? Amorphous pattern number 4. Come on, let's get what we want. Yes, we got the crystallization catalyst blueprint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move back to Albion, which is the main base, the main HQ, and I'm going to need to get a few more of this other material that I have. Fingers crossed I can get what I need. So we're going to go to a region of the world called White Gulch. And there's a specific mission there that I've been doing to get the materials that I need. So if I just hop out for a second, White Knight Gulch, and the mission in particular that I'm going to be doing is in the mountaintops. It is this mission here, Borderline of Truth. So I'm just gonna teleport to this waypoint because I think this is probably the easiest place to go in White Knight Gulch, if I'm being honest. And then we're just gonna run it basically from here. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah. Just want to make sure I'm going the right way. Because sometimes it's not that easy to get lost, but even then, I just don't trust my sense of direction. Cool, so I'm just gonna run off again. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. So, ideally, yeah, that door is where I want to go. So that is the location transition thing, I want to call it. Location transitioning door. Basically, we're going to go to the mountaintops to reach that mission that I was talking about earlier. There we go. Cool. So it's this mission right here.
Have to remove the barrier to enter the gate. I'll be the brains, you be the muscle.
Great. I'll go in first and scope out the area. To remove the barrier, I guess we have to find the targets connected to it and eliminate them.
Where are the enemies? Okay, there they are.
Yes, but be careful. The inside of the barrier is very dangerous. Stay focused and try not to get hurt.
You see them over there? Their energy is powering the barrier. By getting rid of them, we'll be able to remove the barrier.
Oh yeah, whenever you polarize something, when you change the socket of something, it immediately shifts back to level 1 to then level up to 40 again. So yeah, for that reason, it does kind of make sense that I would be needing to level back up again.
There's another one. Let's deal with him quickly.
Basically, killing these things will get me the advanced neural circuit. And that's the main thing that I'm after at the moment. Advanced neural circuit. And the more like sort of named monsters that I can beat, or like these sort of mini bosses in the middle, these are the things that are going to drop what I need.
Barrier is getting weaker. Eliminating the final Vulgus sustaining the energy.
Here we go, last one.
In the way. The barrier's gone, right?
That one dropped like 3. I'll just, actually, how many do I need? That's a good question. How many do I need? How many do I have? If I look at the consumable crap. Okay, never mind. Instead, I'm just going to have to look at my Descendant modules. Go to module additional, assign. Cool. What do I need? I have everything that I need to make another one. Sweet. So I'm just going to head back to Albion, the main home base. and get another one made. And then during the time in which it, like, because I have plenty of currency, premium currency to actually, what's the word? Speed up the creation, because basically researching is the equivalent of Foundry in Warframe. And Foundry takes time for things to be made. And so for this particular item that I'm wanting to make, it's going to take 7.5 hours. Obviously, I'm not going to be streaming for that long, but what I'm going to be doing is using premium currency to speed that up, which I do have plenty of for speeding up. Problem is, though, I do need to get something else to level 40 in the meantime. So I'll probably speed it up after I've got something else to hit level 40, and then I'll just change the module socket for that thing then. So if we go enhancement material, crystallization catalyst, and research request. Cool. How much is it going to cost me? 113 of the premium currency. That's quite a bit, so I'm going to go off and level up. And while I'm doing that, hopefully the material, like the cost of it, is going to be a lot less when I head back. Come to think of it, what do I have left? Like, what's the next thing that's going to hit, like, level 40? It's probably going to be my thunder thing weapon. I think it's going to be my main weapon that I use. Like, if I look at it. Inner Blink is at 36, and Thunder Cage is at 24, and my character is at 3. I think Thunder Cage will probably hit it first, just because I primarily use it a lot. So we're going to start a private operation. I wonder how many rounds it's going to take me to get from 24 to 40. Because the thing is, I'm using XP boosters, but currently the XP booster on my Descendant is an increase of 50%. It's an increase of 30% on my weapon. So it's 24 currently on my weapon. If I hit wave 6 or 7, I think I'll need to do that about 3 times, I want to say. But that's with 50%. So if I were to make another assumption, it's probably going to be about 4 times. Whereas, like, earlier on in the stream, I only had to, like, you know, do this thing twice for my Descendant, sorry. Going from, what was it, like, 30 to 40? Yeah, basically.
Descendant. Vulgus have targeted a nearby Alien Kyber storage facility.
I'm just going to keep on running. Yep, so now I'm going to be leveling up fairly quickly, and you'll notice that because being back to level 1, it's just fairly easy to level up. But on top of that, what also probably won't help matters is the fact that my stats have also decreased, so I've become a lot squishier as a result. But as long as I stick to, like, my main strat, I think I should be good for the most part. Like, I've almost hit level 7 and it hasn't even been, like, the first wave yet. So I jumped from, like, 5 to 7 already in a single wave. I should play Sonic 06 at some point. As a Sonic fan, I have never actually played Sonic 06. I've only just known about it in a negative sense. That it's a game you ideally want to avoid because it's not particularly good. But even as, like, a Sonic fan, I feel like we need to embrace the good with the bad, because Lord knows there's been a lot more bad than there's been good. So, you know, there's that element to it as well.
It's clear the Vulcans are after the Kuiper. Didn't expect them to send a force of this size.
Whoop. Right, so continue. Also, this is where I've been getting forest like material 2 or whatever, 4 I mean. Cool, level 10. Like, hitting level 40 with the character isn't actually that bad, and in fact, if anything else, it doesn't really even take that long. I think just getting through those initial levels, well, actually pushing through the last few levels is probably the most annoying part, because like I said, in like 2 goes, I could probably like hit the last 10 levels easy. It's just hitting that point can be kind of annoying as well.
Casualties are mounting.
Indeed they are. Yeah, I would assume so, given, you know, what's going on here. Doesn't really snap on as much as I would have liked, but yeah, sure. I honestly don't think that this game is all that good, but I am going to be doing like a post-platinum review on it for sure. Just like how I did with Asphalt Legends Unite. Because I don't believe that this game is all that good. Its story kind of sucks ass. Its gunplay is fine, but the thing is that because the gunplay is so heavily tied to its RPG mechanics and stuff like that, that it all basically begins to suffer because of how intricately linked a lot of the game's mechanics are. So I don't actually have much of a positive view on this game. And it's not because I want to hate the game. It's more so just the fact that like the game kind of disappointed me. Yeah, sure, it's a free-to-play game. What should you expect? But if you're going to put something out on the market, ideally you want to put your best foot forward. That's what I thought would be the case. Doesn't seem like that is actually the case in a lot of games.
Good luck.
Yeah. It just doesn't seem like a lot of games do actually want to do that. Plus, I've got a few more anime reviews to do because there are a lot of shows that I've watched this past season. And this coming season, there are actually not going to be that many shows, surprisingly. I knew it was going to be less. There's a lot more original shows and significantly less sequel seasons. But it's going to be interesting nonetheless, I think. Thunder Cage has hit 27. I started at like, what, 24? So it's 27 now. Will I hit 30? That is the question. And will I be able to hit 20 with my... I was going to say Ascendant again. Descendant. With my Descendant, am I going to hit... 20, I think is what I said. Yeah, 20. It's going to be an uphill climb, but I'm going to try and push as much as I can. The longer I last, the better, just because those numbers, like I said, do scale, so hopefully I'll be able to keep sort of using crowd control to really, you know, rein in the terror of my enemies and just keep slaughtering them as they come anywhere near me.
We picked up signals from multiple enemies. Good luck.
Okay. So I think we're pumping through them pretty well at the moment. I've hit 16. We've almost finished with this wave, so we only went up like, what, 2 levels, I think? Gotta finish the last few off, though. Eventually. There we go. And one more. The funny thing is I haven't died yet, but that's because I think most enemies are just, you know, tied to wanting to come and destroy this thing. Ah, crap, wrong thing. That's what I meant by that the ultimate is just absolutely useless. Like, it doesn't do anything. I was supposed to press L1 circle. I pressed L1 square by accident. That was a complete waste of energy. Luckily, I've been able to build back my energy fairly well. So, hey, not the worst thing in the world. Just, it could have been done a bit better. Cool. Boss is dead. All that's left is now to survive just the remaining rounds.
Recon Force spotted enemy reinforcements.
So I've currently hit 18. Will I hit 20? That's what I'm hoping for, but I don't know if I will. I have to trust in the process.
You must protect the facility.
Alright, so we're about 2 left. What 2 do we have left? 1, and where's the other one? Dead? Or maybe time ran out. I don't know. So we're going to continue. In a blink, the proficiency for that weapon has hit 37. In a blink is also going to hit 40 soon, but not like anytime soon, I don't think. Ooh, I am actually pretty close to 20. Surprisingly closer than I ever expected to reach. Again, like I said, this is just me really trying to push it, really. Oh, I'm dead. What I hate is just how much damage everything takes. Damn it. Just because I died. That sucks. So I nearly hit 30 with the Thunder Cage and I nearly hit 20 with Bunny. The Unwelcomed hits 10 and In a Blink is at 37 right now. So I'm definitely restarting that. 107,000 damage, that's quite a lot. High power round DPS is not included. Or high power rounds is not included in the DPS, that's interesting. I think most of my DPS comes from basically the Thunder Cage that I've got equipped on. I'm pretty sure that's the main thing. Fairly confident in saying that. But yeah. Let's just go for a little quick run, I guess. Because the thing is, even just running normally without using my L1 circle is enough to build up a small amount so that I can use my L1 circle to, or my second ability to build up my electrical charges faster.
Descendant, the Vulgus have targeted a nearby Albion Kuiper storage facility.
Cool. So we're almost we're almost a quarter of the way through this round anyways. And we've hit level 20. Yay. Well, we were guaranteed to anyway, so you know, I did not know what else to expect from that. Cool, so I'm just gonna keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. There we go.
Enemies. Good luck.
Easy. Alright, let's just keep electrocuting these fools. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost halfway, I should say. Trying to make sure that I kill everyone is just crazy.
The Vulgus are after the Kuiper. I didn't expect them to send a force of this size.
Really, you didn't expect that? That's good to know. Basically, what that tells me is expect the unexpected. Cool. What I have a habit of doing is activating my like run fast ability or ability 2 first and then ability 3, because then by the time ability 3 is active, like ability 2 is like assisting in ability 3's overall DPS as well. I don't know why when enemies like are teleported into the map, they're teleported like so close to the thing, but then they disappear like as if that's not where they were supposed to be spawning in. So yeah, spawn in point basically. I don't know, that's just really confusing, but I digress.
It's clear the Vulgus are after the Kuiper. I didn't expect them to send a force of this size.
I wonder how many times I have to hear that about, oh, we didn't expect a force of this size. Like, every single time. Right, wave 4 now? Yeah. Cool. I can't wait to actually finish this game so I can move on to the next one. This game was actually so boring that I am actually far more excited to stop playing it than I am to say that I'm going to do like, you know, the PS5 version alongside the PS4 version. But I'm also like saying that on the predicate that the game auto pops. And there is a chance that the game just does not auto pop. And that's a concern. That is a worry there, that it doesn't auto pop. Because it means I'll have to redo everything all over again from scratch. And that's not going to work out too well for me.
We're continuing
The chunky moose mingler. I don't know why. I was thinking of just random things in my mind. Nothing in particular, and then I just thought of the words the chunky moose mingler. The chunky moose mingler. Sometimes you just don't know what's going on in another person's mind. And that may very well be for the better. Cool, let's keep moving because I really need to recover some of that energy. Recovering energy and building up my electrical charges are like the core to my strategy using Bunny, basically. And even though I'm like reloading my SMG, basically SMGs and pistols are the weapons to use with her, just because you're able to keep running while still shooting. Whereas like with any other weapon type, you gotta like stop. Not stop, but you can't run fast enough to let out these electrical pulses. And especially in the case of like reloading, like you could just see I reloaded my SMG, but I was still technically running. And sure, like I could have used Ultimate Bunny, who I do have in the game, but I chose to just use regular Bunny instead. I wonder if like using Ultimate Bunny would have made that big of a difference. I don't know. I don't know how much stronger Ultimate Bunny is in comparison though. Well, she does look a lot nicer to look at. You know. Got one. Got and one more. That one. To be honest, yeah, like playing this game makes me want to play Borderlands a lot more now. I don't know why. Like I said, just not a fan of this game at all. I have hit level 25. So I started this at level 16, right? How much higher can I go? Where will everything stop? Nobody. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I know, but I'm just going to pretend that nobody knows based on the fact that... Oh, I died. I think it's over now, yeah.
Facility is under attack. Descendant.
Yeah, because I lose all of my abilities, basically, as a result of, like, getting... Yeah, so when I die, I lose all of my, like, abilities, MP, whatever have you, and that sucks. Like, I hate that so very much. But it's something that happens, and I have to kind of deal with it. I kind of wish I could have at least done Wave 6. It would have been nice. But nah, it's not enough. Wave 6, Wave 7, that's usually where I, like, fail anyways. I feel a lot... Damn, oh, actually, you know what? It's actually because of the fire dude's attacks that I ended up actually getting pulverized this time around. Because that respawn just... A respawn leads to a failure, especially that late in. 100%, like, you will fail. Especially when you're doing it by yourself. If you have, like, other people around you, it makes things a lot easier, and one death doesn't lead to a fail anymore. But it also, like, depends on your team, what level they are, you know, what their skills are, and whether or not they're able to complement your playstyle. Complementing your playstyle isn't a must, but as long as you, as the bunny, can keep things up and running again, like, it largely just does not matter.
Vulgus have targeted a nearby Albion Kuiper storage facility.
Well, I hit level 26 now, so hey, I mean, I can't be that far off from hitting 27. Every level is just so close to each other now. At least it feels that way. Whereas hitting level 40 for the first time felt like it took forever. Alright, let's use this one and just keep moving. Also, for some reason, I like deactivated my sprint even though there was no reason to. That was, I think, just a complete accident on my part. Here we go. Cool, so now we're back at it. Every time I kill an enemy, like my stamina just refills again. Not stamina, but my MP is able to just refill again. And I'm just like up and running all over again. Well, not kill, I think whatever the heck was happening that was causing me to recover everything. Anyway, 27. Also, I move faster with lighter weapons equipped.
Good luck.
So hence why, you know, pistols, SMGs, just generally better for the most part. Alright. Let's go, wave 3. Still can't believe I accidentally hit like L1 square before. That was just dumb. I heard about this game coming out last year, but I wasn't all that interested in it until I saw that it was shutting down the PS4 and Xbox One versions. That's what it took for me to get interested in this game enough to actually try it out. Because otherwise, like I said, looks very boring, uninspired, and a bunch of other things, so I figured, why not?
Pick up signals from multiple enemies. Good luck.
I swear I'm like falling asleep as I am playing this game. I wish I was making that up, to be honest. But it really is not that fun. And hell, the story just doesn't even matter either. Wait, hold on. Have I even talked about the story? Don't think I have. I don't know what's going on. I just skipped all the cutscenes because I just cannot be bothered. At some point, I was like, I'm paying attention, and then I just, before like the first hour was done, I was already like skipping cutscenes. Like I think half an hour in, because they're throwing a lot of words at you that don't mean a lot of anything, and so with lack of contextualization, it puts you in a position where you're like, I am just not even going to even bother. The amount of effort required is just too much.
Recon force spotted enemy reinforcements.
Oh my god, they actually managed to destroy the shield. Damn it. How many more enemies do we have left? We've got about 40, 38, 32, yeah. So, I mean, the number of enemies are really, like, being cut down quite a bit. $2.99. So, there's one more. Got him. We're going to continue, of course. That's a 5 AC and that's a 5 AC as well. Okay. Got a couple of 5 ACs. If I can hit 30, then 2 more rounds and I'll be able to do this to my Descendant again. Like, you already have seen like a cycle of me going from 1 to 40 and then going back up to 40 again. Basically. The camera controls in this game suck and I don't know why. Especially when it feels like there's a stutter.
Clear the Vulcans are after the Kite Guard. Didn't expect them to send a force of this size.
I'm just hoping that the microphone doesn't pick up on my yawning. How's it that they were able to destroy my shield even though that none of the enemies have been around long enough to even really deal that much damage? Oh cool, I've hit 30. Okay, now I have to stay in relative vicinity right now. Oh, the big guys don't die instantly. Damn, okay, I have to increase the amount of power that my thing deals. That my skills deal. So I'm gonna have to equip some like duration mods for them to last longer, but also to duration mods for my skills to last longer, but also power as well.
Must protect the facility.
Cool. So Big Boss Man is dead. So at least like that's less likely to be a nuisance to me. But I still need to deal with all the like 200 more of these small fry as well.
Continuing to identify incoming Vulcans. We must hold our defense.
287 out of 400. Damn it, oh. I was so close to finishing that round as well. Thunder Cage is at 37, Bunny's at 31. Man, some of these chats are really annoying, especially from Twitch, where like, I don't know, they just tell me to go to like a random website for some reason. Because that's where you're going to get views and stuff. But the problem is, pretty sure they don't work, and I'm sure that there's like a lot of like scams out there as well, which doesn't really help matters either. But I suppose like the very idea of trying to stream on multiple platforms is the idea that I'm trying to like bring in more people from different places in order to watch me while I'm doing it from a single location, being my OBS. That's why I'm able to stream to, well, that's why I choose to multi-stream. It's a benefit to me to try and reach out to other places. But then other people can just kind of come back to me and be like, oh, I like watching the streamer and therefore I'm going to, you know, sit down and support them. I don't think I've really seen that much yet. I think only on YouTube have I actually kind of had that sort of thing happen to me, which I'm very excited for. Like, making YouTube videos is great, even if people don't watch it.
The Vulgus have targeted a nearby Albion Kuiper storage facility.
At least the shield has taken 0 damage so far. I wonder if I can go through like at least one round without the shield not taking any damage at all. Nah, it's gonna be hard because there's just too many enemies, and the reach of my like skill just isn't that much. And plus, I need to immediately reactivate my skill. So like the shield has now taken damage basically, and has taken some more as well. Oh well, you know what? I tried.
It's clear the Vulgus are after the Kuiper. I didn't expect them to send a force of this size.
Alrighty then, let's just keep running around to keep my electrical ability up. Whoop. Just gotta keep running. Gotta keep running. That is the main bread and butter of what I do basically in this game, is just run. Who knew that running would be like the best way to combat? If only like the run command in Pokemon actually like did something that was just so supremely OP that's just not even funny.
We picked up signals from multiple enemies. Good luck.
Cool. What do we have here? Is this number 4 or number 5A? It's number 4. Cool. Alright, cool. So, abilities out. Let's start shocking again. So the question then becomes, what is going to hit 40 first? I'm pretty sure it's going to be my Descendant, just because of the larger increase in bonus XP, but also the fact that like I could totally see it also being the weapon as well, because the weapon is already at 36, and it wouldn't take that much more for it to reach 40. So it's like, is the level 32 thing going to reach 40 first at a higher rate of XP, or is the level 36 going to at a lower rate of XP but already being just so much closer to leveling up like so much closer to hitting 40 regardless?
It's clear the Vulgus are after the Kuiper. I didn't expect them to send a force of this size.
2 more enemies to kill. Where are they? So that's just those 2. The usual suspects, the snipers. Because there's no way in hell they're going to be moving from there, if I'm being completely honest. Rewards will be available after this round. So L1 circle, L1 triangle, let's get running. I think I've been able to basically keep the enemies at bay for a while now. But yeah, I need to keep up that sort of speed if I want to, like, you know, keep them at bay for as much as what I've been able to do. Genetically enhanced Greg clone. Who the heck is Greg?
Recon Corps spotted enemy reinforcements. No enter them.
Alright, are we almost there yet? Are we almost there yet? Thunder Cage is hit number 39. Ooh. Ooh, okay. You know what? I'm convinced Thunder Cage is going to hit 39. Not 39. Is going to hit 40 first. There's no way I'm going to be able to level my Descendant to 40 before my weapon does. My weapon is just too close to hitting 40. Even if my weapon does hit 40, I'll still keep trying because my Descendant needs to hit at least 35, 36 before I die here. Or before I lose, I guess. Because the higher I go, the less I have to try in my next attempt. We're getting there. 350 enemies in this round.
Disaster.
As long as I don't touch anything, usually my speed's just going to remain relatively high. And do we have another enemy around? Is it just the sniper? Guess it just gotta be. Whoop. Done. Alright, next level. Oh, next wave, I guess. Why did I say next level? So I've hit level 35 with my Descendant. Will I hit 36 before I lose? Who knows? Because I sure as hell don't. Cool. Cool. Boss man is dead. My shields are looking pretty good right now, despite the fact that, like, I think I still got 200 enemies to go-ish, roughly speaking. But hey, as long as I keep running and I'm, like, relatively, like, within the bounds of, like, where I'm at the moment, I think I should be fine. Cool.
Focus are after the Kuiper. Didn't expect them to send a force of this size.
350 enemies down with another, what, 50 to go? Cool. 2 more enemies. Where are they? Done. Continue. I'm pretty sure my weapon's already hit 40 at this point. I'm fairly confident in that. But I haven't been paying attention. 450 enemies. Let's do this thing. Basically, like, keeping in mind that, like, the first round we only had, like, what, 200 enemies? Now we're doing twice as many uber powerful enemies that are like double in count to that of what we expected to see during the first round. They are a lot stronger, but the thing is that it's their numbers that are far more of a worry than them, basically. Yeah, the numbers are more of a worry than the actual power of the enemies because they're still not quite that strong. But the thing is that it's my character that's squishy. So even if I do have like decent defenses, like it still doesn't change the fact that... Oh no, actually, my weapon hasn't hit rank 40 yet. That's interesting. I didn't know. Like, I didn't know it didn't hit rank 40. I just kind of assumed after the last round it might have. Nope, it's still at 39 from what I can tell. That's crazy. What the heck? How is it that I'm still only at 40? Oh, sorry, 39 I mean. $450, right. So where are the remaining enemies? That is the question. 4 more to go. Sniper. Sniper here. Up there's a sniper. Oh, and over there. I have to deal with like 4 snipers instead of 2. But yeah, this is easily like the longest I've lasted in this specific mission. Anyway, I'm gonna have to keep running because there's no way in hell I can't. Yeah, these guys don't die easy, unfortunately. And there's also now 2 bosses I have to deal with this round as well. And there's 550 enemies as well.
Facilities under attack. Continuing to identify
Yeah, there's no way in hell I'm going to be surviving this round, but still, I'm going to try.
must protect the facility.
Yeah, it's clear that this is not meant to be soloed. I think that much is clear. Maybe if you use like some sort of like uber powerful like build of a very specific character, but I clearly do not have that build. Ah, my weakness, standing still, curses. Did the Thunder Cage hit 40? It did hit 40, sweet. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back to Albion. And while that's happening, I'm just going to take a short 2-minute break. Just going to mute my mic. All right. Let's head to the research center and get that. Crap, I forgot what the item is called. But basically, the item that I need to basically do the module stuff.
Humanity is very
The module socket stuff, I should say.
that's why humans need us so desperately.
100? Yeah, that's gonna have to do, unfortunately. Crystallization catalyst, got it. Sweet. Got some new mail, huh? Okay. Well, first thing we're gonna do is crystallization catalyst my Thunder Cage first. So we'll just go module settings. We're gonna do let's do this fire up rate. Let's put an X next to that one. So module additional settings, assigned socket. Select that one. We're gonna chuck an X in there and then go apply. Slot maketh module. The trophy finally pops, and so does the platinum trophy, the true descendant, because I know I am. Oh my god, I hate this game so much. I'm glad I don't have to play it anymore. I really forced myself through this one. But yeah, let's actually go to the PS5 version and hit the platinum on that as well. Right. So, the PS4 version can now officially shut down, and I would not care at all. So we're going to close the game, and I am going to basically be deleting it. There we go. Now what I'm really hoping for is that the platinum will just automatically pop on the PS5 version. And you can already see I've got like Black Desert all ready to go, because that's the next game I'm going to be playing, because apparently the PS4 and Xbox One versions of Black Desert are going to be shutting down, but they are going to release a PS5 version and an Xbox Series S and X version. But apparently that newer version, the PS5 version, is like, because of the updates they have to do for that visual overhaul and stuff, they basically have to stop they basically need to stop development of the PS4 version, basically. I think that's kind of what they were saying. But yeah, so let's pop the first Descendant PS5 trophies. And also, what the heck is this? Are these skins? Elevate your gameplay with this new bundle. What the heck is in this bundle? It has got customize your experience with stunning weapon skins, vibrant Descendant paints, sprays, stylish back attachment, and unique makeup options. Make your mark on the battlefield with this bundle. I'm going to grab this bundle. Because why the hell not? It's free. And I assume one is the PS4 and one is for the PS5. Like, yeah, PlayStation Play Pack. Beyond the Void PlayStation Play Pack as well. Yeah, I assume that's why it came up twice. I could also be completely wrong about that. Also, PS5 Pro Enhanced. Did not know that about this game. Would not have been able to tell you had I known or noticed. I think it's very difficult to notice these sorts of things about whether or not a game is actually PS5 Pro Enhanced and stuff like that. Unless you're told specifically, I wouldn't have noticed, if I'm being honest. Cool. Crap. Right, so text and voice, we'll just keep that as English. HDR display on. Oh, that's right, because I'm using a capture card, that's why. Alright, we'll just keep it as is. Apparently this game also supports 120 FPS, but again, I wouldn't have known because I played the PS4 version over the PS5 version. And there's a PS5 version that would have supported it anyways. So if I log in, will that... So my character is there. The trophies are there. Is there auto pop? I should have looked this up if I'm being completely honest. I'm going to do some quick Googling just while that's happening. Yeah, I guess so. That's daily login bonuses and stuff. Wait, hold on. So, the first Descendant auto pop. Oh, you have to link a Nexon account. Wait, what? Oh, that's dumb. Wait. So no trophies unlocked right now. Okay, that sounds incredibly stupid. So I've learned something new. Apparently, you need to link your Nexon account to your PlayStation account, and then you can actually auto pop the trophies. So what I have to do now is re-download the first Descendant for PS4. How long is that gonna take? I need to check that. 20 minutes. Damn it. What I'll do is I'll close the game, wait for the PS4 version to download, and then just try that again. So I guess in the meantime, I'll try Black Desert. Now, I think I had the trophy guide up for this game before. Give me a sec. I'm pretty sure I did. Let's see. I'll just open a new tab for it. Black Desert Online Trophy Guide. From what I'm aware from the trophy list at least, is that you ideally want to complete everything before you hit level 50. Yeah. That's what I've been made aware of. And again, moving from something like the first Descendant to Black Desert, both are like South Korean made games. One is more of a live service, the other is a proper MMO. Let's see, leveling your character, horse training, CP, and gathering. So that's the main thing for Black Desert. It looks like a lot of the trophies actually look quite simple, which is like hitting combat level 50, achieving a certain amount of contribution points, discovering a certain number of nodes, which feels like more of like traveling from place to place, achieving level, training level something, or gathering level something, or yeah. Training, processing, fishing, gathering level stuff. Seems relatively simple, just time consuming trophy wise. That's interesting. Okay. So let's do. Well, before I jump in, let's just see how much the first Descendant has downloaded. Because the moment this game finishes downloading, I'm just going to link my account to a Nexon account. I don't know if I have a Nexon account for other games, but I'm not sure about how that would work here. And if I have to like hide the screen for me to do that because I need to log in with my Nexon account or whatever. Because I certainly don't want to stream my like password and what's it called? My email and password. Become your true self. Black Desert. So this game has apparently been around for about 5 years. Not this game specifically, but more so the fact that this game is on console. It's been around for 5 years. So I feel like that's a hell of a time to launch a game, basically. Right before COVID hits. And then you have like a ton of people playing at home. So we're going to start playing Black Desert. Let's see. Size of the screen. Oh yeah, it's yeah, that's good. HDR contrast. Move the slider until the logo is barely visible. Okay. Oh, no, other way. There we go. And the Euler and stuff, yeah, I'm going to agree to that. Yep. Whatever you say, Chief. Live console world. Oh, so we've got EXP plus season servers. What are season servers? Season servers are special servers that grant special benefits from level 50. Additional combat XP is plus 100% and skill EXP is 20% buff applied. You can acquire time-filled Blackstone by defeating monsters. Only season characters can enter season servers. Only one season character is allowed per family. You can graduate. The season character will be converted to a normal character and will no longer be able to enter the season server. World bosses and field bosses appear in similar fashion as normal servers and share HP as well. Okay, so we've got a PvP server, we've got normal servers, and then we've got XP plus servers, which are the season servers. So basically, I'm going to go for the new Olvia. You gain combat XP plus 200%, skill XP plus 100% from level 50 onwards. In Olvia growth servers, you gain life EXP plus 100% for life skills under Artisan 1. You gain additional contribution XP. Are there any limitations? Doesn't seem like it. You can level up to 61 in Olvia, sorry. You have, if you have access to Olvia growth server, you can also freely access all other servers. Existing adventurers can access the Olvia growth servers if they are returning after an absence of more than 30 days. Okay. Basically, because I'm new, I can just pick it. So I can pick the main weapon, main weapon, sub-weapon, and MP consumption. So like, let's say, okay, so Dosa is one class, warrior, longsword, shield, and WP. Okay, I don't even know what that is. Hashashin, sage. What do we have here? Kive, ranger, bow and dagger. Okay. Battle axe. And a shield. Okay, I don't like the use of a shield, to be honest. Scholar. It's hammers and gravity cores. Dracania. Slayer and shard. Okay. Sorceress. Amulet and talisman are the weapons. Morningstar and Quaraton. So at the moment I'm leaning more towards sorceress. We have Corsair. So pirate. Lan. A pendulum. Noble sword. Berserker. Axe and ornamental knot. Maigu. Okay, so we've got a knife and a charm. Tamer. Short sword and trinket. Shy. Florang and Viclary. Gauntlet, Vambrace. Blade and Hornbow. How many more do we have? Holy crap. Which, what is that? Staff and Dagger? Rusa. Swallowtail Fan and Doe Stave. I think a stave is basically like a trident almost. Crossbow. Now I'm good. Wizard, Staff and Dagger. Dark Knight. And then we've got Ninja, Short Sword, Kunai Shuriken. Kunoichi. Same idea. Valkyrie, Longsword, Shield, and SP Consumption. Mystic. Gauntlet and Vambrace. I'm pretty much gonna be stuck on the main menu for quite some time, trying to figure out exactly what I want to do here. Blade and Hornbow, yeah. I think I'm gonna go Sorceress. It feels like magic might be the way to go here. Let's see, what are the recommendations on the Black Desert Online, crap, what's it called, recommendations here. Let's see, so if I go to, Black Desert recommended beginner classes. What do we got? I think it just lists out like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Seems like everyone is saying Guardian. Universally, it seems. Battle Axe and Shield. Okay, so it seems like Sorceress is a hard class to play. Maigu, Wuza, Dark Knight, Maiwa, and Dracania. Wait, what was a Shy again? I feel like I'm like looking through all the wrong stuff on the internet to try and find like whatever the better classes might be to use as a beginner. Yeah, I guess I'll just go down with Dracania, I think. It seems like this seems to be a very common one. Apparently pretty good for beginners, but also fairly good for PvE content as well. So, appearance. Let's go with hair. Hair type. What have we got? Options. Okay. Right. I don't know. I'm just like looking through each hair type, just being like, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? Some people might not care, but if I'm going to be stuck playing the same character for 100 hours, I might as well do something with the character's looks, I guess. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. Shape. Length, curl. I'm not too bothered about that. Okay, color, shine. I don't know what the shine is doing. Is it making it? Oh, no. Nah, I notice it now. I notice it now when I make the color really dull. Nah, I think we're good there. I'm not too worried about here. Face, on the other hand, that's... No, I think original face was pretty much fine. Idle expression. What do we have here? No, no smiling. No, I'm not sure. What the heck is that? No, I think that's good. Ugh. I got a lot to work with here. I think I'm pretty much good there. Shape. Height will go shorter. Body shape, what is that? Oh, yeah. Too much. Trying to find the fine balance of things, Muscle. I don't really notice any difference if I'm being completely honest. Yeah. Yeah, I don't notice anything. I'm good. Tattoo. Nah. Edit pose. Nah, I don't know if that's not really doing anything. Right. Voice, okay. Options aren't as plentiful as I would like, and you can't really get too creative with like the character design compared to other games, I've noticed. So hold on, how much is left for first Descendant? About 6 minutes. Holy crap, I spent how much time doing character designs? Okay, so no. What about this one? Higher in pitch, eh? I don't even know what I'm looking at in terms of voice right now. Yeah, I guess that'll have to do. Horoscope. Hammer, boat, shield, giant, camel, black dragon, altriant, elephant, key, wagon, sealing stone, or goblin. So, goblin, sealing stone, what does that look like? Okay, wagon, what does that look like? It must look like a wagon, right? Alright. Key, what does that look like? Oh, actually, there's descriptions for these. Okay, so key. Focused, thirst for knowledge, relaxed, and determined. Takes action, born to wealth, precious. I was going to say shellfish. Selfish, what I meant to say. Careful, eccentric, secretive, short-lived. Linguistic, strong beliefs, intellectual, naturalistic, or materialistic, sorry, and wise. Okay. Simple, genuine, knowledgeable, a genius, or an idiot. I love it. Honorable, faithful, obtuse, dedicated, trusted. Wealth and fame, noble, delicate, sensitive, sociable. Perseverance and patience, gentle, talented. Dreamer, ambitious, swift, and observer. That's giant. Shield is rational, disciplined, methodical. Boat enjoys art, optimistic, free, a wanderer. Hammer, brave, conservative, righteous, collaborative, hot-blooded. I'm leaning between Black Dragon, Altriant, and Elephant. I don't know which to go for. Either to be obtuse and dedicated yet trustable, or be a complete idiot while still being somewhat genuine and knowledgeable, or... Nah, actually, you know what? It's Altriant or Elephant. So, obtuse but trustworthy, or genuine and an idiot. Yeah, let's go with genuine and an idiot. Oh yeah, so I've picked it. Cool. Action. Pose. Okay. Well, why am I looking at poses now? Yeah, view helmet, I guess. Oh yeah, different outfit types. Oh, sweet. So helmet, not the worst thing in the world. Mm-hmm. I like this one. This one looks cool. Okay, so... Ooh, but this one, doesn't it look very similar to like the fourth one? So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is number 7. That's number 4. Oh wait, hold on. A little bit more armor on number 7. Yeah, I'm gonna go for number 4, because armor is nice and all, but it doesn't really work sometimes. Customization album. I don't even know what the heck this is. Oh, there's like other people's characters. Interesting. Okay. Mine looks a lot different from a lot of the other characters that everyone's made. You know what? Never mind. I'm going to stick with mine. Input character name. Create seasonal. No. Welcome to the vast world. For your adventuring pleasure, your first character will be a seasonal character. A seasoned character benefits from vast leveling speeds and stuff like that. Okay, so I have to make a seasonal character as my first. I'm probably going to use the same character name I use for FF14. Was it Ira first? Yeah, I'll just go with whatever. First layer must be capitalized. Lame length. Name length. Okay. Alphanumeric and underscores only. First letter after underscore must be capitalized. Okay. Then I'll just put in the exclamation underscore here. Underscore. This is such a random name that I don't think a lot of people would have it picked. This name is unavailable. Damn, okay. Ah, damn, okay. I'm just gonna add an extra U. This name is available, yay. We may change the name or restrict the account of users who use inappropriate names for those with characters arranged in a similar manner. That violates the BD Black Desert operational. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Cool. So I've made my character, and it only took half an hour, I guess. Well, 20 minutes. I don't know. However long I've been basically playing. But yeah, before I get too into it, I'm just going to exit out and jump into the first Descendant on the PS4. Because from some researching I was doing, it looks like I might have to go into the game options and link my account to a Nixon account for some reason. Because Lord knows I don't have enough accounts here and there. The first Descendant. Oh damn, I should have went options. If I go to options, account, and then I go link account, link Nixon account. Alright, I think I have to log in with Nixon credentials here. So what I'm going to do is hide that so you don't see anything. And, oh, actually, no, I can do it on my phone. Never mind. Where's my phone? Great, I like dropped my drink on the laptop. At least the thing was empty. So if I go to camera, I think it was. I should have done this ages ago, to be honest. It's just loading the page now, so I just need to log in with my... I don't even know what email address I would even have for it. Let's try this one first. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna get an email address. Oh, an email to my address. Here we go, and then I've got my code, which I'm then gonna copy and paste that into here and verify my account. Account verification in progress. Please wait, your Nixon account is being verified. Success. Oh, okay, cool. Go back to your console to resume gameplay. Got it. So now I'm being sent to the screen, the main screen. And then if I go to options, Nixon account is linked. Okay, cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the PS5 version and I'm going to try and like link my Nexon account. Let's see, what is this? An email from Nexon. Oh, it's been linked to a PlayStation Network account. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So now if I go Square and I go to account, will it say that it's linked? I'll just exit that as well. Season 2 stuff. Yeah, it's linked. So if I go start game, hopefully what'll happen is that the trophies are going to pop now. Because it worked for someone else, so surely it's got to work for me. Given that that person is honest, and ooh, sure enough, ready to move on, just popped, which is the first trophy in the game you unlock. Modules maketh Descendant, which is, yeah, sure enough, and the True Descendant, yes. Second Platinum popped for today. The game does look a lot nicer on PS5, I'll give it that. Like, it's noticeably better. Also, the cheeks are kind of like reverberating a little bit as well here and there. But yeah, so now if I look at it, boom, 25 out of 25. Sweet. Just like the first Descendant on PS4, so I can just remove both of them. So basically, what you want to do is if you want to automatically pop all of the first Descendant trophies, you do need to link your Nexon account to your PSN account. You do have to do that in order for trophies to pop later on, which is interesting to know. Wait, did I not delete this? God damn it, delete. Yes. How big is this game anyways? If I go information, 66 gigs, that's huge. Anyway, time to play some Black Desert. Even though I've platinumed the first Descendant, I figured I might as well play a little bit of Black Desert on stream and then maybe just finish up in about half an hour or so. Plus, I can use my Nexon account for Fast Penguin and other games like that in the future. Black Desert. Become your true self. Start. I've been streaming for like 2 hours and 13 minutes and I haven't realized yet. God damn. New Olvia. And I'm going to pick the Great Desert of Valencia. You retreat within your mind to visit an old memory. This will help you learn the basic controls of Black Desert. If you skip the tutorial, you cannot complete it later with this character. Proceed with the tutorial? Yes. I do want to proceed with the tutorial. Immediate connection allowed. Family name set. What? Pen V or Pen 5 Black Star. Weapon reward. Find out how to obtain via challenge. Don't know what that means, but sure.
Are you awake?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I am awake, I think. Maybe? I don't know what the heck's going on. So, what do we have here? So, left stick to approach the person and right stick to move camera, triangle to talk. Got it. Oh, I need to hold it.
Was it a nightmare? You even cried out. Look there. The red sun will soon set, and we must be on our way. It's
I
been a
guess.
difficult journey. Only you have ever made it this far. Now let's press onward. We're almost there.
What is up with like what's being said is different from what the subtitles are saying. I feel like I might as well just turn off the subtitles at that point. Because they don't serve their purpose whatsoever. Okay, moving a bit more. Camera movement is a bit stiff, I guess. Character movement is just fine though. I mean, at least I can jump with the X button.
Arrived at the Ator's cradle.
At a Tor's cradle.
Soon a giant shall be awakened here, and then we shall reach our final destination.
But where the heck are we going?
Your journey ends here.
So she's talking but not opening her mouth. Sure, we'll go with that.
Again, I
This
trust
does
you
not feel
will
like
take care of
a
it.
game that came out in 2019. Defeat the Secret Keeper. So basic attack and secondary attack. So basic attack. So I'm just using basic and then secondary attack basically.
How shalt thou pay for thine sins?
Careful
We
now.
didn't even do anything wrong, man. We're just on a journey.
Paint the sun crimson with their blood.
So that's just some random enemy types, okay?
Foolish mortals.
I wonder how leveling is gonna work in this game. Not just leveling, but like gaining XP and stuff like that. Because trophy-wise, the game doesn't actually like talk much about story and things like that. Instead, it's talking about leveling up certain skills and abilities. Like I feel like I'm going to be spending a long time gathering items. I'm going to be spending a long time doing stuff like fishing and maybe doing some combat in between here and there.
That is the colossal weapon of ancient Kavura, the Ator.
A colossal weapon? Yeah, that is a colossal thing.
Gaze upon it. The key to our final destination.
Really, that thing is a key. Does he like transform from like a giant robot into an actual key? Because I ain't seeing it.
Now, after it.
So you press L2 and left stick to run. Gotcha. It feels like he's walking on the air to some extent. I wonder how much world I'll be able to traverse from like the speed, running speed and stuff like that. Plus also, man, that poppin'. Game's not been doing too good, visually speaking, but hey, it is what it is. This guy does feel like an actual key because his head is like a key, like the handle almost.
The tour. Take me to Histria.
Hystria? I was gonna say hysteria, more like it.
Why is nothing happening? Is this another of that fossil Cartian's tricks?
Approach a Tor's heart. How did the heart of the thing just completely fall off? What the heck happened here? So we're slowly approaching this stone orb thing that apparently is the heart of the key that we've been following. Cool. And now it's glowing, I guess. So maybe something has actually been activated. Maybe we will be shown a path momentarily. But what that looks like, well, your guess is as good as mine, I guess. And so keeping in mind, everything that's happening right now happened in the past as part of like this tutorial. Basically to explain why we're in the world of Black Desert Online, so definitely worth, I guess, keeping that in mind as well. Alright, why is that lady smiling? Patch notes at a glance. If only. It's been a while since I played like an actual like what people would describe as an MMO. Technically, you could say that most live services are MMOs, but this is like more of an MMO in a traditional sense.
Here in Histria lies our final destination.
Okay.
We'll have to part ways soon. Too soon, wouldn't you say? I seek the ancient ruins beyond that door.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The slumbering ancient weapons will likely rise to its defense.
And that lady probably wants us to fight him, I think.
Kill them.
If I were to take a guess. Yep, of course she wanted to do that.
This is my final request. I pray that you return to me unscathed. For my sake as well.
Okay. Okay, so you have different skills I can use by directing my left stick in one direction and then attacking in another. R1 is my primary, but keeping in mind that, you know, I have my secondary with R2. So that's R2 forward, R2 backwards, and then R2, what else we have here? Just gonna use R1 for a bit here. I like the R2 back attack though. I don't really have any sense of like how much damage I'm dealing or anything like that. But I guess I'll just have to wait and see. Because again, this is all still part of the tutorial. And I don't think they're going to let me die in the tutorial.
Finally, I've made it back. And with the key to break the seal.
So we don't know who this lady is. We don't know who we are. Or whatever the heck is going on.
Indeed, you were the key all along.
We did? Is this where it ends? We did. At the very beginning, basically the tutorial.
Travelers of distant times, take this body as your vessel. With this power, I can continue pursuing my charge. Shocked I betrayed the trust you gave so easily. Sorry, but you should have known better.
Hmm? Okay, no, the statements are completely different in terms of writing and what's being said. I don't know if like the person who did the what's it called? The subtitles actually like read and listened to whatever the heck they were typing. Because keep in mind, someone had to do that. Definitely feels very low effort, if I were to say. Because the thing is that, like, even Terra feels quite low effort as a game. Alright, so select the starting zone. Select where you want to start your adventure. So either the Mountain of Eternal Winter, Ancient Stone Chamber, or the Land of Morning Light. I'm going to go with like location-wise, I would have picked the Land of the Morning Light. But because that's for veteran players and the same thing with the Mountain, I'm going to have to go through with the Ancient Stone Chamber. It's got to be that one. To play like the story in order, basically. Connection with the server has been lost. How? Alright, well anyway, server connection was lost. I'll probably just jump in later on anyways. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll just like end my stream there. I've got a decent amount of clips, to be completely honest, for like everything that's been going on. So yeah, that was a good time. I managed to finish the Platinum. Very happy about that. Managed to do it twice, both for the PS4 and PS5 versions. Otherwise, I really can't complain about how things ended up. But yeah, with all that being said, however, let me know how you guys think about all of that in the comments below. like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm pretty sure the next game that I am going to be streaming is going to be more Black Desert, just because of the fact that basically this is my the game that I'm going to be playing moving forward of my choice until I platinumed that and then moved on to something else. So yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.